afternoon, everyone. It's Wednesday, 2 p.m. Just waiting for my notifications to tell me that I am on live so that I can see any comments. So bear with me. And it doesn't want to play, so I'm just going to start. And then when it tells me I'm live, I'll be able to see comments. So it's not telling me. So let's go this way. See if I can find it this way. I hope if anyone's watching you are well. No, that's not going to tell me either. Okay, the iPad is being stupid, so. Oh, who knows? I can't get notifications, so we will see. No, it doesn't want to tell me that I'm live. Oh, here we go. 7 notifications, and none of them are that my live is live. So, if you're watching, can you tag me? Because I can't see it. This is being stupid. Alright, we had this problem last week, so I'm just going to go for it. And eventually it will tell me that I'm live. So if you're here, say hello. Apologies, I can't see anything. Can see it on my phone. It's not showing on the iPad for some reason. So we will give that up as a joke. So apologies that I can't see the comments. I'm sure it will come up later on. Right, so anyway, today we are making a tag and a card. And we are doing this for our 52 Tags SU Challenge. And this week we're up to the letter H. So I'm using the Hippo Happiness stamp set and the matching Hippo and Friends Dies. And I went nice and bright because I thought hippos, kids, they like bright colours. So that's what I decided to do. So hopefully I am also in frame because I actually can't see. Let me just close this down and see if I open. Oh man, I've got lots of things open. If I open it again, and I'll see if it will tell me that I'm live. Fingers crossed. And no, it's still not going to tell me that I'm live. This is ridiculous. Wait, refreshing one more time. And not seeing that I'm live. Okay. Something's really wacky. Alright, so anyway. Hopefully I'm in frame. Let me just double check. Sorry about this. Yep, I'm in frame good enough. Okay, so when I thought children's stamp set, I thought bright colours. So this is what I come up with. So this is our card and this is our cute little tag. Isn't it gorgeous? So we're going to do the card first and then the tag. Alright, so I've just used some really bright colours. I think it's Magenta Madness. Let me move the tag out of the way. So Magenta Madness, Blushing Bride, and Daffodil Delight. So let's get everything out that we need. So my card base is Daffodil Delight, nice and bright, and then my card front is just my standard 4 inches by 5 3/4 for my card front. And then I've just simply die cut all these layers, stamped the hippo, die cut the balloons, and stamped around the edge. So it's going to take a little while to do this card because it is a little bit involved, but I think it's really bright and it will be really appealing to little kids. So first thing I'm going to do is cut out all these pieces. So I have my Mango Melody, no, Magenta Madness, Daffodil Delight, and my black cardstock. Alright, and move the stamp set aside for a minute because I don't need that right now. And I have just used, so these dies, Hippo and Friends, are just wonderful. Not only does it cut out like the hippo, but you've got like the balloons and the little stamen things the balloons are on. And then you have all these layering dies that are like labels. This can be used with anything, not just this stamp set. And then you've got these ones that are like, they're 6-sided, are they? 7-sided? 8-sided. Octagons, but like a stretched octagon, I think. So I use these 3. I was going to use these and thought, no, the hippo doesn't stand out so much on that one. So I'm also going to shake the camera a little bit because I didn't pre-cut ahead of time. So let's just bring the stamp cut and emboss machine in. And I cut out the biggest one in, oops, hang on, my plate's really dirty. So if you're just joining me, jump on and say hello. Apologies, I cannot see on my iPad the comments today. It's just not coming up at all that I'm live. So I cannot see myself at all. So I don't even know how to find myself. If I go to my page, it's not even showing that I'm live. So I have no idea how to see that I'm live. Oh, look, there I am. Oh, yay. Finally. Oh, now I can see. Hello, Linda, Heather, Joyce. Thank you for watching. Linda, thank you for sharing. That's so very nice of you. I'd love it if everyone could share. Oh my goodness, now I can see myself. How long did that take? 6 minutes or so till it decided to show me that I was live. That is ridiculous. Facebook's being silly. Alright, so here is our first die cut piece. Then the next size down was black, and these colours, you see the card? These reminded me of a licorice salt. Don't they remind you of licorice salt? I do love licorice salt, so maybe that's why. And I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. He it's decided he wants to bark. I don't know what he's barking at. Hubby's trying to keep him quiet while I'm doing this, but nobody is barking at. Okay, so there's our next layer. No, and I just cut that the wrong colour. That was meant to be black. Oh, well, I've got that for something else now. Oh my goodness. This is black. Deary me. So I'm not going to waste that bit that I just cut by accident. It will go on another project. I put it in my little container of die cuts. That's better. And then this one is yellow. The smaller one is yellow. That's why I had a bigger piece of paper, cardstock, than I needed. Because I did something silly like that. And what did I do? I did something silly. Never mind. Okay. And I actually have 2 pieces of every colour. Okay, so I did multiple silly things. Alright, so there we have. Right, now let's try not to lose everything. And put these back in the packet. Right, so now we are going to stamp. Let me just keep that aside because that is for our card. I don't want to stamp on a bit I don't need to. I don't know why my dog's being so loud out there. Right, we're going to stamp our hippo. So let's get our stamp set in. Now this is a 3-set stamp. 3-step, not a 3-set, 3-step stamp. So the easiest way I found to do the hippo was to stamp the dark first, then you can line up the lights. So I'll show you what I mean. So you've got here the outline of the hippo, which does this dark pink piece here. Then you've got a full hippo, which does the face and the tail, the tiny little bit of ears, and a stripe along the feet. And then you've got his smiling face, which is on here somewhere. I think it's this one. It's our hippo's smiling face, okay? So, I tried lots of different ways, and this is the easiest way I found. Do the dark first and then line up everything else. I did the light first and then I couldn't line up the dark. I couldn't see through the dark ink to where the light was. So I'm going to do the dark first, which is the body of our hippo. So this is in Magenta Madness. Lovely bright pink. Okay, and then we have the body of our hippo in Blushing Bride. And hopefully this should be easy to line up. I just have to line up the ears, the feet. Saying that, I'm going to get it wrong, I just know. Right, sorry if my head got in the way, but I do need to get over the top. And there we go, our hippo is lined up pretty good. He's got a bit of a sun splotch there. I'm not going to redo it, all good. And now I need my black to do her little face. And with the face, the thing I found easiest to do is the two in the middle. That's the little nostrils. So I find if I line those two up, now this is a bit of a guess in most time. Sorry, head's going to get in the way. To hopefully get them lined up. Oh, look at that, I did it. Woohoo! Alright, so there's our little gorgeous hippo. And now I need the dies back to cut her out. Things are falling on the floor. Okay. So now I need to grab some washi tape to hold our little hippo in place. Alright, now we're just going to cut her out. Here's our cute little hippo. Alright, while I'm here, I'm also going to cut out the balloons so that we have everything ready to go. Now I probably should have pre-cut these, but I didn't, you know. Hey Beryl, thank you for watching. Sorry, I have to tap the screen to see the comments, so if I don't respond instantly, that's why. I have to remember to tap the screen. Alright, so I'm making a right roll mess here, aren't I? Now, let's cut out the balloon strings first. And I only want 2 of these. A bit of paper is stuck. Do you ever get those days where you go to do something and you have to actually go like multiple times to do it? Like I just went to grab my pokey tool here and I had to go 3 times to try and grab it. Anyone else have days like that? I'm having a day like that. Very strange. Alright, so cut 2 of these strings. And I only need 2 because I'm going to cut 1 in half. Did I say that already? I don't know. Who knows? Thought the starting to go right to the end there, so that wasn't going to be cut out. This is really good exercise for your arm when you do lots of die cuts on a project. Okay, so that's 1. So how has everyone been? Hope you're all well and managed to getting some craft in. And if you're on the east coast of Australia, I hope you're not waterlogged yet. They were getting a lot more rain south of us than what we've been getting. We had a little bit last night. We are north of Brisbane, about 40 minutes north of Brisbane. And we really haven't been getting so much. But I noticed the weatherman last night was peeing down where he was. Right, so one pink balloon. Yeah, he was like doing the weather, and it was raining really, really heavy. But, you know, we got next to nothing really. So our pool's quite low, and we saw the water level low and went, there predicts lots of rain this week, let's not fill it up, because then it's going to overflow if we get all the rain they reckon we're going to get. Yes, well, I think we're going to have to fill it up. So it's really not doing much. Sick of the rain at her place. Really? See, I think we're just sort of in the middle. Wow. That's just ridiculous. Oh, thanks, Linda. Cute card. Thank you. Alright, and then we want 2 yellow balloons. Yeah, it's the rain always goes north and south of us here. Like, and even what they call the peninsula, like Redcliffe and Scarborough, where my cousins live, they will get rain and we won't get a drop. It's really strange. And we're only, I don't know, 10 minutes from them, but we're a little bit, like 10 minutes inland from the coast is all we are. And yeah, it sort of skips us, goes around us. Because raining is really good crafting weather. I craft most of the time, but still. I don't know, something about crafting and listening to the rain. Alright, so there we have all our bits cut out for this card. I'm going to get rid of that now. I think that's it. Alright, so now, what I did first was put all my die cut pieces together. And I just sort of glued them so they are in the middle. Now I've lost my glue. The water was in the way. Had to have a drink on the way past. Alright, so what is that on there? Right, so I'm going to just glue this in the middle. And hopefully it's straight. And then glue the yellow one on top. And is that, what have I done there? Oh no, I think that's in the middle. There we go. Now, I want this to hang over the edge, but I also want to stamp around it. So I need to take it off the card base, place it where I think I want it to land, grab my pencil, and I'm just going to trace around it. So I know where I want to stamp my little stars and flowers. Alright, don't worry, that will be rubbed out later. So, first thing I did was stamped our little flowers. And I've lost the stamp set. Here we go. Right, so got a cute little flower. And while I'm here, I'll get the little stars out. So this stamp set has lots of images for children. There's, sorry about all the rattle. There's the butterflies, the lamb, the unicorns. Are they unicorns? Yeah, they're unicorns because there's the thing. So, like, how pretty would that be for a little girl? So I just went with the hippo because it's H for our tags this week. Alright, so I'm just going to randomly stamp, oops, not very well, that flower around. Simple. And now, so that's Daffodil Delight for the flower. And then I want my Magenta Madness. Whoa. Oh my gosh. See? Having one of those days. Goodness me. Alright, and now I'm just going to stamp these stars around the flowers. Just for a pretty little detail. So I'm using my pencil line there as my guide on where I need to put these stars. Alright, I think I need to bring some more out here. I went a bit, oops, oh gosh, I must have missed that stamp pad then, because they're a bit pale, those ones. Oh, and again, I'm not paying attention. I told you, it's one of those days, goodness me. Just add a few more. There we go. What little kid is going to look at that and go, oh, really? They're not stamped evenly. Right, so now we're going to rub out our pencil line. Okay. Now we're going to glue this on. We know roughly where it sits because of where we stamped. I can see a little bit of pencil line there. I didn't rub out properly, so we'll make sure we cover that. Okay. Now I want to trim that off down the side. Now that layer is just about done. We're going to glue it on here. So we're going to add our hippo and balloons. That's so I don't lose the card base. I like to get as much done as I can on there and then build once it's on the card front, on the card base, I mean. Alright, so now our hippo is just going to go on, if I can pick her up, with dimensionals, and we're going to glue the little, what are they called? Things. Oh, it's empty. For the balloons, the strings for the balloons. So I'm going to make sure I don't put my dimensionals up too high because I want to be able to tuck my strings down there. Right, she's just going to sit in the middle, ever so cute. Right, one of these I'm going to cut in half because I don't need it that long. Oops, oh, see, things are flying today. Right, just going to use a glue dot. Oh, these are on the other side of the thing. I don't like that. Ah, they've changed the glue dots. They used to be on this part of the tape. Now they're on the top tape, and I keep forgetting that. And I unwind heaps and then go, where are my glue dots? And realise that they're all up there. First world problems, I know. Alright, so it's just got to get used to using them differently. Putting a glue dot on there. And then lifting up my hippo just a little bit and tucking under that balloon string. Make sure that it's secure with my tool so it's not going to go anywhere. Oops, I've got a glue dot on my finger now. Okay, next one. I'm going to make sure I use the right side. put the glue dot on the right side, because on this card I noticed one of those strings is back to front. But you know, like I keep saying, any little kid is not going to care. Alright, and then our last long one. Which, if it's too long, I can trim. In the middle. Alright, and that's a little bit too long. So we're just going to trim a little bit off there. Our balloons go on with dimensionals. This is quite a really simple card, really. There's just lots of components to it. Okay, our pink balloon in the middle. And a yellow balloon on each of these. Isn't it fun? You can do a card multiple times and each time it's going to turn out different. So this card is looking different. The balloon placement is different to the sample one, but it doesn't matter. Right, so now our sentiment. I keep forgetting to tap for comments. Alright. And what should I put on there? Hippo birthday. Just in black. Okay, this piece of cardstock I've got is about the right length. Sorry if my head gets in the way, but I do want to make sure it is straight. Right, just going to trim that. The end at an angle, and then that is going to tuck under there. It's probably a little bit wider than I wanted it, but it doesn't matter. A few dimensionals on the back of that. Now you could add bling to this card, and you could put some in the middle of each of those flowers if you liked. Make sure this is on straight. There we go. There's our hippo card. H for hippo. And now we're going to do our tag, if I can find our tag. Alright, so there's that really pretty card. Tag is super simple. Again, I've got a 2-inch piece of white cardstock. I'm using my fancy tag topper punch. Just going to punch the top of that, and then I'm going to trim it to a better length, because that's a little bit long, and about there looks good, but I didn't even measure that. Right, and this one I did an all over of the flower and the stars to start with. So we'll start with the flowers first. Do some going off the tag. Now some won't be seen because of the bit in the middle, but I think that's probably enough flowers. And now we'll do the stars. So try and do the top of the tag as well. Like, I know some of that's going to be covered with ribbon, but you want like a all over pattern. Okay, there we go. We are going to stamp another hippo. This and this. So I started with the dark hippo. Alright, and then the main body in the lighter colour, which is Blushing Bride. Easier to line up the light after you've done the dark, because once your stamp is stained with a dark ink, it's harder to see through it, so you will probably not get it lined up. You could use a stamper artist for this, but I find that the time it takes me to line it up with a stamper artist, it's just easier to do it dark to light, like this. And there's our cutie Hippo. Right, do I have enough yellow? No, I need another piece of yellow to cut out. I'm going to lose that die if I don't put that back in the packet. I didn't put any balloons on this tag because I thought, well, it's just going to, like, for a present, so you probably need the balloons on the card more than tag. Okay, so we're going to cut a hippo. So cute, this hippo. So if you want to play along with our 52 tags SU challenge, each week we have a letter of the alphabet. So we're running through the alphabet, and we'll run through it twice, and we are up to H this week, letter H. So that's why I'm doing the hippo, H for hippo. If you want to create a tag, just use this week's theme. Share your project on social media. Share your tag using the 52 tags SU challenge hashtag. We would love to see what you make. There's lots of products you could use for the letter H. We've got the hydrangeas. It could be a technique. It could be H for heat embossing. It doesn't have to be a stamp set or a product. It could be a theme, like H for, I'm trying to think of the theme, H for Highland. So you could do like a scene of mountains and stuff for a Highland themed card. So it doesn't have to be a product as such that starts with H. I have just had this stamp set and these dies for a little while and I haven't used them yet. So I went, oh, I'm going to use them. H for hippo. Alright, so now we are just going to, that is on with dimensionals. So put dimensionals on our yellow die cut piece. And I'm only using the little ones because that's just what was closest. Get off. Okay. So it's just going to sit in the middle. Okay, our hippo on the top. I don't have to worry where I put the dimensionals on the hippo this time because I'm not worried about tucking the balloon strings behind the head. Oops, the dimensional came off. Okay, and then we just want our sentiment. Whoops, I've lost the stamps. Hip, hip, hooray. Is that the one? Hip, hip, hooray. Okay, just in black. This looks like the right width of cardstock. And I'm hoping I'm going to get this straight, fingers crossed. Oh, that's not too bad. Alright. Trim it to size. wide, so I'm going to be daring and cut it with my scissors and probably get it very crooked. But yeah, that's sort of, it'll do. Just going to put a little angle on each end. Then that's going to sit on there on dimensionals as well, I should say. Now when your tags overhang your project, or your sentiments overhang your project, try not to put your dimensionals too far to the edges. You don't want them hanging off. I'm just going to overlap the bottom of that die cut a little bit. You don't have to. You could put it underneath it. Okay, there we go. So I've got no dimensionals hanging over there. And then we just need to add our ribbon. So this is our polished pink ribbon. Doesn't matter that I've used Magenta Madness ink because look at that, it matches. Like it's not a perfect match, but it's a bright pink and that's all that counts really, isn't it? Alright, so just fold your ribbon in half, tuck the folded bit in from behind, and then just bring your tails through and pull it. And there you have your tag. My ends are already cut at a nice angle. And that's it. That is our tag done. H for our 52 tags SU challenge for the letter H this week. Can't believe we're up to H already. Oh my goodness. So there's our cute, try and get everything out of the way. So there's our cute birthday cards and our cute little tag. So thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've been inspired to get some bright colours out and create something for a child, or just because. It doesn't have to be a birthday or anything. Yeah, kids love getting happy mail, so you can create something for them just because. It doesn't have to be a birthday. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I would love it if you could share this video, and I will catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week, and bye-bye.